You stand at the very edge of the old wooden pier. The night air is cool and damp against your skin, almost like a soft, gentle breath from the sea itself. A thick, silver fog has rolled in from the endless dark water, wrapping everything around you in a quiet, heavy hush. You can barely see your own hands held up in front of you. The world feels soft, distant, peaceful, and beautifully mysterious tonight. Everything is perfectly still. No wind rushing past, no hurry at all, just the quiet magic of the night surrounding you completely. The fog is so thick it feels like a soft blanket laid over the entire world. You breathe in the cool, salty air and let it fill your lungs. The fog swirls gently around your ankles, cool and damp against your skin. The only sounds that reach your ears are the gentle, rhythmic lap of waves far below the pier, slowly rolling in and then slowly rolling out again, and the slow, patient creak of the lighthouse beam turning somewhere ahead, hidden deep in the thick mist. Once every 30 seconds, a warm, golden light sweeps through the fog, slow, steady, in and out, in and out, painting the silver mist with a soft golden glow for just a moment before it gently fades away again into the darkness. You watch the light sweep past you. Once, twice, 3 times, each time feeling more comforting than the last. You stand there for a long moment, just watching the light come and go. The fog swirls softly around your legs. The wooden planks beneath your feet feel damp and solid. You breathe in slowly and breathe out even slower. The lighthouse beam sweeps past again, casting that warm, golden glow across the pier and the water. You watch it disappear into the mist, then wait patiently for it to come back around. The sound of the waves below is soft and rhythmic, like a gentle lullaby. You feel no fear at all, only a quiet, magnetic pull deep inside your chest. Something inside that lighthouse has been waiting for you, patiently waiting on this exact foggy night. It feels as though the lighthouse knows you're here and has been expecting you all along. The pull grows stronger with every passing second. You take one very slow step forward. Your footsteps fall softly on the damp wooden planks of the pier. Each step feels quieter than the one before it. The salt air fills your lungs, cool and clean, carrying the faint scent of old pine trees and wet stone from the shore. You breathe in slowly and breathe out even slower. With every slow step you take, the tall white tower of the lighthouse grows a little taller ahead of you, glowing faintly through the dense fog like a single, warm candle burning behind frosted glass. The golden beam keeps turning, sweeping across the water, sweeping across the fog, sweeping gently across you. You continue walking slowly along the long pier. The fog swirls softly around your legs and feet. The wooden planks creak very quietly under your weight. The lighthouse beam continues its patient rhythm, sweeping, calling you forward through the mist. You walk and walk, feeling the damp air on your face and the quiet pull growing stronger with every single step. You walk a little further. The pier seems to stretch on forever in the fog. The golden light sweeps past again, once more, painting the mist in that same warm glow. You keep walking, slowly peacefully, drawn toward the lighthouse. The fog grows thicker the closer you get. You can feel the cool moisture on your skin. The sound of the waves below grows a little louder for a moment, then fades again into the distance. The heavy iron door at the base of the lighthouse tower stands slightly ajar. As you draw closer, it opens a few more inches with a long, low, welcoming creak, almost as if the lighthouse itself recognizes you and wants you to enter. Warm, flickering candlelight spills out onto the wet stones, softly inviting you inside. The light from inside looks so warm and safe compared to the cool fog outside. You step through the doorway. The air inside is noticeably warmer, softer, and deeply comforting. It wraps around you like a gentle embrace. A long spiral staircase winds upward in a graceful curve. You rest your hand on the smooth wooden railing, worn smooth by decades upon decades of quiet hands, and you begin to climb, one very slow step at a time. With every step you take upward, the world outside fades even further away. The sound of the waves grows more distant. The thick fog feels like a heavy, soft curtain gently closing behind you, shutting out everything else in the world. You climb higher and higher, round and round the spiral staircase. The golden beam from the top of the tower shines down through the small windows every 30 seconds, brushing across the stone walls in a peaceful, hypnotic rhythm. You keep climbing, slowly, peacefully, feeling your body grow heavier and more relaxed with each step. You climb a little higher. The staircase turns again. The candlelight from below flickers gently on the stone walls. The air grows even warmer the higher you go. You continue climbing, one slow step after another, feeling more and more at peace with every breath. You climb higher still. The steps creak softly beneath your feet. The air feels thicker now, warmer, filled with the faint scent of old wood and candle wax. The golden beam sweeps past the small window beside you, casting a warm glow across your face for just a moment. You keep climbing, slowly, peacefully, round and round, higher and higher, deeper into the whispering lighthouse. The staircase continues to wind upward. You climb higher and higher, feeling the warmth of the air and the quiet of the tower all around you. The golden beam sweeps past again, lighting the stone walls for a brief moment before the darkness returns. You breathe in the warm air and let it fill your lungs. You feel your shoulders relax. You feel your mind grow quiet. You keep climbing, one slow step after another, feeling more and more at home with every step. You pause for a moment on the stairs, just listening to the quiet of the tower. The only sounds are the soft creak of the beam above and the gentle hum of the lighthouse. The air is warm and still. You breathe in slowly and breathe out even slower. You feel completely safe here. You feel completely at peace. You continue climbing, slowly, peacefully, higher into the mystery. Halfway up the long staircase, the first whisper reaches your ears. It is very soft, almost part of the wind itself. You've come. Welcome home. You pause for a moment on the step, listening carefully. The voice feels ancient, yet strangely familiar, like someone who has known you for a very long time, longer than you can remember. You continue climbing, letting that gentle whisper settle around your shoulders. like a warm, comforting shawl. The staircase continues upward, turning slowly, each step bringing you higher into the quiet mystery of the tower. The golden beam keeps sweeping. The whispers linger softly in the air, and you feel yourself sinking deeper and deeper into the calm of the night. You keep climbing, slowly, peacefully, deeper into the whispering lighthouse. The air grows even warmer the higher you go. The candlelight from below flickers gently on the walls. The beam from above continues its slow, steady rhythm, sweeping across the stones, sweeping across you, as if the lighthouse is gently guiding you all the way up. You climb and climb, one slow step after another, feeling more and more relaxed with every breath. The mystery of the lighthouse wraps around you like the fog outside, soft, inviting, and full of gentle secrets meant only for tonight. At last, you reach the lantern room at the very top. It is round and peaceful. The great Fresnel lens in the center turns with a slow, soothing, mechanical hum. Its golden beam sweeps across the curved glass windows and out into the endless fog. A simple wooden rocking chair draped with a thick wool blanket waits for you. The blanket looks soft and warm, inviting you to sit down and rest. You sink slowly into the chair. The blanket settles over your lap and shoulders, heavier and warmer with every breath you take. But as it drapes across you, it feels almost too heavy for a moment, like strong hands pressing you gently but firmly into the seat. You feel your body relax completely. You feel your shoulders drop. You feel your mind grow quiet. The golden beam sweeps past the windows again, casting that warm glow across the room for just a moment. You breathe in the warm air and let it fill your lungs. For a second, the light seems to catch on something just outside the glass. A flicker of movement, a shadow that shouldn't be there. And now, the whispers begin in earnest, carried on every sweep of the golden light. The beam turns. An old fisherman named Elias speaks gently. I spent 40 years chasing fish across these waters, but the sweetest moments were always the return journey. My wife would light one small lantern in our window every single evening. From 7 miles out at sea, I could still see that tiny golden dot glowing through the dark. It told me the house was warm, the soup was waiting, and someone who loved me was watching for my boat. The light continues its slow journey through the mist. You feel your shoulders drop lower into the chair. The blanket feels heavier now, warmer, wrapping you in comfort. You breathe out slowly and feel the weight of the day leave your body. The beam turns again. A woman who grew up as a lighthouse keeper's daughter speaks softly. Every night, my father would let me climb these very stairs with him when I was small. He told me the sea sings lullabies if you listen closely enough. I would press my ear against the cold tower wall and hear them. Deep, rumbling, endless notes that made my eyelids feel so heavy. The beam turns once more. An old sea captain whispers, I feared nothing except losing my way in the fog. But this lighthouse always found me. It never shouted. It only whispered through the mist. Come home. Come home. On the clearest nights, I would stand on the deck and watch its beam paint golden paths across the black water. almost like it was drawing a secret map just for me. The beam sweeps again. A young sailor who once fell deeply in love. She waited for me on the cliffs every single evening. When the fog grew too thick, she would close her eyes and follow the lighthouse beam with her heart. She said the light carried my name across the water, that it knew exactly where I was. The golden light continues its slow, peaceful turn. An elderly woman who kept the lighthouse alone for 30 years. I spoke to the sea every single night. We talked about the smallest things, the color the moon turned, the taste of rain on the windows, how quiet the whole world becomes after midnight. Some nights we said nothing at all, and those were the most peaceful nights of my life. The beam turns again. A child who once stayed here during a long winter remembers. I was afraid of the dark back then, but every 30 seconds, the lighthouse beam would slide across my bedroom wall like a slow-moving star. It felt like the tower was checking on me, saying, "I'm still here. You're safe. Go back to sleep." Another slow sweep of the light. A traveler who found the lighthouse during the longest night of his life. I had walked for hours through the fog with no direction left. When I finally saw the beam, I cried from relief. I sat right where you are sitting now and let the light wash over me for hours. The whispers grow softer now, more personal. The beam turns again. A lost sailor whose ship went down in the fog speaks in a choked whisper. The light. It found us too late. I watched my crew sink one by one, their hands reaching up through the black water as the beam swept over us. It was so beautiful, so cold, and then the dark took us all. You feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. The blanket feels suddenly cold and damp, like seawater seeping through. The beam turns again. The voice of the lighthouse keeper who vanished one winter. They say I went mad from the isolation, but it wasn't the silence that broke me. It was the whispers that started coming from the lens itself. Names of the dead, over and over, begging me to turn the light off, to let them rest in peace. A cold draft blows through the room, though all the windows are closed. The great lens seems to hesitate in its turning, groaning softly like an old man in pain. The beam turns again. And now the whispers overlap. Dozens of voices rising at once, urgent and pleading from every corner of the room. Remember us, the ones the sea took, the ones the fog hid forever. Don't let the light forget our names. Don't you forget what you left behind in the mist. Your heart pounds harder in your chest. The rocking chair gives a violent lurch forward, as if pushed by invisible hands. The golden beam flickers wildly for a moment, and in the reflection of the curved glass you see them. Dozens of pale faces staring in from the fog, eyes hollow and desperate, mouths open in silent, endless screams. The windows rattle. The air grows thick with the smell of salt and decay. The beam turns again. But then, as suddenly as it began, the chaos stops. The overlapping voices fall silent. The faces in the glass fade back into the silver mist. The lens resumes its slow, steady turn with a soft, apologetic hum. The cold draft vanishes. The chair settles back into its gentle rock. The beam turns again. The lighthouse itself seems to speak directly to you. You have carried so much today, haven't you? Let the tide take the weight. There is nothing left to solve right now. Nothing left to figure out. Just the light, turning, watching over you. The light remembers the wrecks and the drownings, the lonely vigils and the ones who never returned. But it also remembers the returns, the loves, the quiet nights of peace. It forgives. It releases. You are safe here. The beam turns again. You are safe here. The sea is breathing with you, in and out. The fog is tucking the whole world in. And somewhere in the mist, there is a secret that belongs only to you. Something gentle, something you may have forgotten. But the light remembers. You sit in the rocking chair, wrapped in the warm blanket, listening to the slow turn of the great lens. The golden beam sweeps past the windows again and again, painting the room in soft light. You feel your eyelids growing heavier. You feel your breathing slowing down. You feel completely at peace. The rocking chair moves ever so gently beneath you, matching the rhythm of the turning light. The blanket feels like a warm embrace. The whispers continue, soft and comforting, carried on every sweep of the golden beam. You breathe in slowly and breathe out even slower. You feel your mind drifting. You feel your body sinking deeper into the chair. The golden light continues its slow, steady rhythm, sweeping, watching